Hello.
Hi guys,
Welcome to the What She Said podcast official episode.
episode number 1. Our main topic for this episode would be like societal norms and how they affect one's like self-perception. Is that how you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say that's how I'd put it too.
Okay.
So, the questions that we're going to be going over today, they're from a card game called We're Not Really Strangers, Self-Love. One of the questions that was presented was, what was your first insecurity?
Should I start this off or?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you want.
Okay. My biggest insecurity, like my first one, would probably be like my nose.
Your nose. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's something that was like heavily, like I could easily compare myself to other people too. And it was like a beauty standard to have like a small button nose, And I was like,
Yeah.
and it was even worse because like my dad, he has the same nose as me, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're literally like we have the same big nose, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and he's like, you want to be like me so bad and have the same nose as me, and I'm like, no, I'm like, no, trust. As soon as possible, I will get this done.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just carried with me like forever, and I'm just like, I don't know. Now with like social media and stuff like that, it's like that's the first thing I notice in other people is like their noses, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah. Do you still have that insecurity?
yeah,
Or
I
yeah.
do. Yeah, it's still something I'm like really like focused on in my face, and a lot of people say it's not bad, but like it's just something that you like put yourself into, and you can't like undo that insecurity because it's something that you were like insecure about. So
Yeah.
it's something like you can't really get over it until
Only you can see it, you feel
yeah,
like. Yeah.
yeah. How about you?
I'd say my first insecurity had to be my ears. Even now, like you won't really see me wearing a high ponytail or anything. I think it like almost like with you also. Family members would be like, "Oh, you have like big ears and stuff," and I'm just like, "Okay, okay." It's definitely something that I try to come to like, but it's just like I don't know.
Like family also has like a big impact on your insecurities or like how you see yourself because it's not like since you're with them all the time, they see you all the time.
Hmm.
What they say would really like affect you. And it's
Yeah.
like whenever my mom sees me, she's like, "Oh, like your makeup doesn't look good today." That's like when I'm
Oh.
like, "Oh,"
Oh.
I'm like, "Ugh." But like I know she does it to be
Yeah.
like, she's like, "Oh, let me fix this for you. You didn't do this right." And I'm like, "Okay." So now I feel like I need to like fix that about myself, like from now on. And
Yeah.
it's something that like I would really take to heart if like a family member says something to me rather than like a stranger.
Mm.
Because it's almost like, "Ew, you have a big nose." I'm like, bro, no, I don't. Be quiet.
Like random. Like very
Yeah,
random.
yeah. And but if like my mom or my dad says something, I'm like they might have a point. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, something like
But then with that too, like you have a close relationship with them. Where is the boundary that I trust you, I love you, don't talk bad about me? But then they might also see it differently because maybe they're just trying to help, but like,
right,
what is trying to help at that point?
right. Because like, are you really like trying to help if you're really like hating on my nose?
You can't change that. No.
If you hate on my shirt, I could change it, but like you made this nose.
Yeah.
If you didn't think the nose that you made was pretty, then like
Why make it? No, wait.
I was gonna be born without a nose at that point. What
No,
the?
no.
Oh my god! Why make it?
Guys, I'm not being for real.
Like I said with social media, it's like huge. Like comparing yourself to other people and like the social norms.
Because
What are you
it's
like?
like right there, you
Yeah,
know? You wake up, you go to your phone. Me personally, I go on Instagram. Wake up,
yeah.
and then what do I see? The
Instagram
Kardashians.
models,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Tuh,
Tuh.
tuh. But I try hard. I try hard to like not even follow them, like not follow like pretty people. Not like pretty people,
Yeah,
but like like the Kardashians and stuff like that. I feel like
yeah.
that's like irrelevant to my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I try to like keep away from stuff like that because I know I would be like jealous.
That's actually an interesting topic because I was listening to a podcast the other day. Yeah. And it was talking about how we often compare ourselves a lot to social media. And because of that, like you said, we put it away out of our sight. But then what happens when we're faced with that picture? You're not going to be able to like prepare yourself to
Mm.
deal with it and like compare it to your self image.
Mm-hmm.
So the podcaster was talking about how you should at least like try to be more like follow
Yeah.
those people so you can like compare yourself to them but in a good
But like
way.
accept that you're gonna be different from them.
Yeah, like, oh, she has a pretty body, I have a pretty body too,
Yeah.
you know.
If you see other people's lives, you're gonna be like, you're gonna learn to accept your own. You're gonna
Yeah,
learn to love yourself and love.
romanticize it.
Yeah. Romanticize running.
No. Yes.
Yes, you have to
Yes.
romanticize running. Yeah. That's like the only way I could get stuff done. And like right now, like during the summer, especially, like I have to romanticize like doing my artwork.
Yeah, but I feel like, I mean, I don't do art, but for me art
Is that real?
is like
Is that?
it's already like romanticized for
I
me. I
don't
mean, I
know.
don't know, it just seems so
It's
peaceful in my head.
it is, but to like create it, like it's like you're like
Yeah,
you look
no.
at the blank
Mhm.
canvas and like, what the heck am I supposed to do here?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Ooh, I could never do that.
yeah.
Anyways, okay, next question.
Actually, I have like my own question. Like, what's a compliment you get a lot though? Like
Oh,
first,
that I get a lot.
yeah,
Okay, the first two that come to mind are like you're really pretty and also you're really smart.
yeah. I feel like mine would be like you're really pretty, or like you're a hard worker. You know, like you put in the
Mm,
effort to get stuff done,
yeah.
and like I feel like that really like describes me as a person.
Would you say that the compliments you get that they you like
Yeah,
always refer back to it when you're feeling like you
yeah,
don't lead up to that?
yeah. I feel like when I'm like not feeling my best,
Mhm.
I would like be like, "Ugh, but people think I'm pretty. People think I'm
Yeah.
hardworking, so I gotta like work to be that. You
Mm,
know?
yeah.
I feel like it's something that people already think I am, and if I'm not, that would be like,
Mhm.
who
Yeah.
is she?
Right. I'm like that type of person. I always rely on like what people think of me. I know it's not good,
Yeah,
but I do. If I don't want to do this like project, like I
yeah,
dread it.
yeah,
I mean, I know it's gonna get done, but I mean, I always think like, oh, people expect this of me,
mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
and like I have to like make it look
yeah,
even better than it should
yeah,
be. Like go the extra mile so
yeah,
people can be fascinated.
yeah. Because people like expect like, oh,
Yeah.
it's Andrea. She's gonna like do amazing at it. She's gonna go overboard.
Right. It's Andrea.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, trust. Like in art class, I swear, I always go back to art class because like it's like everything goes on there. But they're like, they give us an assignment and everyone's like, oh, she's gonna like eat it up. She's gonna be like amazing at it.
Mhm.
And like the day before, the canvas is still empty.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, guys. It's still gonna get done though,
Yeah.
and I'm still gonna like try my best to like make it, like you said, go the extra mile, make it extra pretty,
Yeah.
because it's what expected. Yeah,
Right.
and I feel like compliments build us that way, you know, because like if someone's like, if you compliment someone and like you're like, oh, you're so funny, they're gonna want to be funny even more.
Mhm.
You know, they're gonna like try to be funnier, or it's something that like, or that's just like my opinion. If you keep telling someone to do it, it's like you're manifesting it to someone, you know, like you want them to be it and they're gonna like probably try their best to become it.
Mhm.
And I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing.
It could be both.
Yeah,
If you constantly like we go back to insecurities, if you constantly tell someone they're ugly,
yeah,
they're gonna feel it.
they're gonna think they're ugly, they're gonna see
Yeah.
themselves be like, oh my god, I am ugly.
Yeah.
So no, don't tell anyone they're ugly.
Cause I remember in like mid no elementary school, like fourth, fifth grade, I would get told like, "Oh, you're so skinny," like in school especially, like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you're flat,"
Yeah,
like, and I'd be like, "Oh,
yeah,
like okay," like, but I, like looking back, I was what 11, 12,
yeah,
like,
like
please, please,
be for real.
be so for
Be for real. Yeah,
real.
I also got that too. I was like, "You're so tall. Why are you so tall? You're
Oh,
so skinny." I'm like, "Oh, okay.
okay,
That's how I was made.
yeah,
What do you want me to do about it?" And like at that time, I didn't like stand up to anyone.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything about it. So I just let them talk and I let them get it to me. It's just something, you grew up with, but then you learn to like go around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't even answer the question, but
We did in our own way.
yeah, we
That's all that
we
matters. I
went
think
around
we
the
did
question.
answer it, didn't we?
Huh?
We did, I think.
It's just so scary because like I feel like I'm like really putting myself out there, like you said in the intro. Because like,
Yeah.
what if people like don't like it?
Then
I'm
it'll be
gonna
our own audio journal. We'll look back
yeah,
to it in a couple years and we'll reflect and like, oh, this is how I was in high school. Now this is me in college. The way that you like put yourself out there for senior year, are you also like fulfilling other people's expectations for getting into colleges and stuff?
of course,
Yeah.
of course,
Not gonna lie, since I was little, I always like wanted to go to Harvard because everyone
yeah,
everyone wants to go to Harvard. And
yeah.
like a year ago or two, I listened to another podcast. It was by Emma Chamberlain, I
Hmm.
believe, and she was saying how yeah, you want to go to these Ivy Leagues, but do you want to go for yourself or so you can put it on Instagram for other people to see? I'm just like thinking
Like
that's
dang.
low key true because you're gonna go and spend a whole bunch of money, and for what? Just to say that you went to an Ivy League school.
Would you actually go? Like, if you apply to Harvard, would you go?
Low key,
I feel like you
I
would
feel
still
like I
go
would.
because it's like
Maybe. Yeah. If I got a full ride or something. Because I don't know. Depends. Because I also don't want to be in debt, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. But like again, if you go to Harvard, it's not just for your like Instagram bio, but it's like people would like accept you to like jobs and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, like way
Yeah.
easier than like, oh, I went to insert
Yeah. And,
basic school.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An Ivy League is an Ivy League at the end of the day, but it's like something you shouldn't really want to become or want to go into just because of what's expected of you. That's like a big topic, like what's expected of you and what society wants you to be. You know? It's
Mm-hmm.
like people everywhere would like feel pressured about it. And I feel like some people do it without even noticing that they're like being affected by it. And that's even worse. Like, people that aren't like mentally aware need to like wake up. Is that too much? Is that like harsh? I feel like that's like kind of harsh. I don't
No.
know.
No.
But yeah,
It's real. It's true.
we will be real here. we
We'll be real here. That's
will
true.
be real here.
Yeah.
Who would our first guest be?
It could be you. It could
It
be
could
you.
be.
It could
It could be. DM. Our DMs are open. Please let us know.
This is conclude our podcast.
I think
Our
this
podcast episode.
episode 1
Episode 1
podcast.
podcast.
I think this would conclude it. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you like want to look forward to our next episode. Hopefully this will like start making you think about like, oh, what do people expect from me, and is it something that like I've lived off of for my whole life? Yeah. Remember, don't like let insecurities like tear you down because
They will eat you up.
yeah, and
They
it's
will.
you're a human.
And you're loved.